Good evening and welcome to the arena here on WoezorTV. After that brief break, myself and my team are back on your screen to serve you every Tuesday, as always, here on the arena on WoezorTV. My name is Ekow Amoasi Appiah. Once again, welcome. We've missed you, and we hope that you also missed us. Tonight, we have two simple topics that we're going to discuss. Apparently, it was three, but I mean, we just had to join the presidency for a live program. And so tonight, we are focusing on the Black Queens, because remember, the Black Queens get their WAFCON 2026 campaign underway tomorrow when they come up against Cape Verde in Casablanca. Remember, if they're able to make it to the last four, which is the semi-finals, the Black Stars will grab a ticket for the 2027 Women's World Cup that will be hosted in Brazil next year. Also, in Glasgow, the Team Ghana, they have been able to secure their second medal so far in the ongoing 2026 Commonwealth Games all the way in Glasgow. And so all these and more coming up here on the arena here on WoezorTV. Once again, my name is Ekow Amoasi Appiah, and you are part of our program as always. And so with 15 minutes to the end of the program, we will activate our phone lines, and then you call us, and then we'll have a chit chat as well. Remember, the show is probably brought to you by MyBet.Africa. Yes, they are the proud sponsor when it comes to the arena here on WoezorTV. So MyBet.Africa, thank you very much. It's been a while because of the World Cup. It's been a while, but we are finally back. And so my guys are already seated. Let me introduce them, because Charlie, it's been a while that we met on this round table because of the World Cup. People were doing night shift, morning shift, afternoon shift. Charlie, the whole thing was Charlie for so. I mean, how do you describe it? So very tight. So we didn't even get to meet ourselves that much, but we are back on this same table, and on this same on this round table, this is where we'll bring you the best. This is where we'll bring you everything that you need to know, your most authoritative football analysis show here on the arena. Once again, welcome. Wandel is in the studio. Good evening, welcome. How are you?
Good evening, good evening.
Why are you shaking?
I just want to tell them that, yes, the World Cup is over. I'm no more wearing the jerseys. Yes, so now this is a different me.
Yeah.
So yes, let's start everything on a clean slate. Yes, whatever happened in the past,
it doesn't happen.
This time we are here to talk about other things.
Yes, so, of course.
Nation, the World Cup and its matters.
Yeah,
over and done with them. If I fled anybody's anger or anything, anybody who mean me, I beg you. Then all be play with the play. So yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean that's a lot for the sport, isn't it? Yeah. Right. So Wandel always joining us here on the program. The other gentleman too is back. Yeah, as always. Mike, good evening, welcome. Charlie.
Yeah, good evening, welcome. I wonder why you're afraid. Actually, full chest. I mean,
no, we have to put things.
If you play with the play there, then you go make the people win. Well,
they'll come back and say, Charlie.
If them win, where the match trophy day.
All right, please.
But I beg you.
You can continue.
I beg you.
Right, so once again, welcome to the arena here on WoezorTV. So I'm doing this together with Wandel and Mike Gogo, returning to the screen after some few weeks. But like I said, let's begin from the camp of the Black Queens, because the Black Queens tomorrow, they will begin their 2026 Women's Africa Cup of Nations campaign tomorrow against debutant side Cape Verde. And the game is scheduled at 5 o'clock p.m. That will be played at Moulay Rashid Stadium in Casablanca. And that is that on your screen. And if I'm to run you through, let me quickly run you through the fixtures, and then the guys will come back to the studio, and then we have a discussion on the Black Queens. And because remember, so they are in Group D, and they are alongside Mali, Cape Verde, and then Cameroon. And remember, if they're able to make it to the last four, they grab a ticket to go to the World Cup next year. And on match day two, and that is Sunday, 2nd August 2026, they will come up against Cameroon Yes, so that is the Black Queen's second game against Cameroon on Sunday, August 2. Also, kickoff is scheduled. That's 5 o'clock p.m. at the same venue, the Mole Rashid Stadium. And then the final group game is against Mali, and that is on Thursday, August 6, 2026. Kickoff is at 8 p.m. And then at the same venue, Mole Rashid Stadium there. We will walk you through the path to their knockout phase and if the team will have a chance to qualify. So these are the group. Black Queens are in Group D alongside Mali, Cape Verde, and Cameroon. So I've run you through how their group games are going to go. The guys will have their bite on that, and we'll try to analyze and find out if they will be able to get a ticket to play in the Women's World Cup. It's been a long time that the Blacks have returned to the World Cup stage. We'll give you some numbers here, but I mean, let me begin with you. How impressive have you been with the Black Stars? Of course, sorry, I said the Black Stars, Black Queens. Sorry, I mean they've had the opportunity to play some friendly games and all that. This afternoon, Chantel Cloha and Kimlas Bjorkegren faced the media and they tried to explain some few things, and something that they said that is very, very key was that the aim is to win the WAFCON and also secure a ticket to play in the World Cup. Having watched this team in the last edition of the AFCON and looking at their preparation up till now, tomorrow that they get to play their first game, are you convinced about them that they will be able to do those two things, to win the AFCON and also to secure a ticket to play in the World Cup?
When you look at Kim Lars as a coach and what he has done with the Black Queens, it has been exceptional, because this is a guy that came on at a time where the Black Queens had lost one of the most revered coaches in the African scene, and everybody was kind of asking questions as to what's going to happen. How is he going to galvanize this squad? And within a short period of time, they had to go for another tournament, and he got there, and then we saw Kim Lars not sitting back and saying probably he didn't have a lot of preparation, but we got there, we saw the same Black Queens that we had seen under Nora show up in this situation and play a very good brand of attacking football. And I mean, they did themselves great in that tournament. You could see from the third or fourth place in that tournament. And we sat here and we said that what they had to do next was to up the ante, keep the squad and develop even better. And you look at it and it's the same thing that has been done. The squad has been kept, the core of the squad has been kept, and it has even been improved with the likes of Benedicte Simon, who have joined in, and there's another lady called T, who have joined in from the diaspora, and they've come to actually even strengthen the team. One thing that has this team going is the team chemistry. No matter who comes in, you can see from the videos from camp and all that, the ladies are one. There's nothing like local squad, international squad. They've blended in so well that you cannot tell who is playing in the diaspora and who is playing in the local scene. And under a coach like Kim Lars, who has an established form of playing, I think they are primed to achieve their target. And you listen to the press conference, and he said they are the only team in the tournament that is good at pressing. And it just tells you that no matter what they face, he's not going to change how they play. From their last tournament, I mean, they lost. And then we made mention of the fact that in the qualifiers they'll be coming up against some teams that they were supposed to beat. And even when you look at the 4 nation tournaments that they went to recently, we mentioned that in Dubai, these teams were very easy teams that we expected them to beat. And they got in there and they stamped the authority and they made us know that yes, we are good enough. And they actually won games with cricket score 4-0, 5-0. To show that when it comes to attacking, they can score goals. And also, when they came up against Morocco, who are hosting this tournament, they played out a very boring 0-0, and it had to go to extra time in one of those is it one of the
I think in
the qualifiers and Morocco is one of the toughest tests in the African scene, but they managed to dominate that game, and you could see the Black Queens actually playing like a team that was an African champion. And I expect that going into this, yes, the group is quite favorable, except that they have to face the physicality of Cameroon, who are very, very physical, and on the African scene too are seen as giants themselves. If they are able to come, go to that beat, cross that hurdle and get all 3 points in that, coupled with the Cape Verde game where I expect them to get points, I think the semi-finals is achievable, and our benchmark should be to do better than the last semi-final that we did. So we have to be in the finals and possibly win it, which I think we have the squad to do it. It hasn't been this better for the Black Queens in a very long time, and this time we have the squad to do it.
I mean, so because the last four, be able to get to the last four, automatic qualification to the World Cup. So you think they need to do that, or they just need to prioritize one? Should we get a cup? We get a cup automatically qualifies us to the World Cup, or we should just find a way to play in the last four?
This is a situation of aim for the stars, and if you don't get to the stars, at least you land on the moon. In this situation, aim to win the trophy. If you don't get it, you qualify for the World Cup either ways.
Mike, I mean, if you go back to the last edition of the World Cup, I mean, their opener, very, very unconvincing. They lost their opener and they found a way to bounce back. They come up against the debutant side. Normally, you don't know what to expect from such teams when you are playing against a debutant. But I mean, looking at Wendell spoke about he maintaining the core of the squad that played in the last edition. They've had a couple of games to play. You expect them to where they left off in the last tournament they played, isn't it?
Yes, I think, in my opinion, Wendell has said a lot, but I think, in my opinion, since 1998, when I think the WAFCON was instituted, around that time, there were 3 countries who were termed as the leaders in women's football. At that time, Ghana was in there, Nigeria was in there, and I think South Africa came along the way. But I mean, it was just the 2 of us. And since that time, Nigeria has won it 10 times. South Africa has won it once. In the middle somewhere, Equatorial Guinea won it twice. So I think, for me, this team is, their only motivation should be to go there and win it, and it's as simple as that. Because, like Wendell said, and since, of course, one good thing about this GFA, this curricular GFA, is that he's positioned our women's game in a certain space where we have been able to compete. We have been able to bring names that we have been able to convince certain players to come play for us. Chantel was a revelation, and now Simon, and then we've had Tay too now. So I think this team, like Wendell said, we have. I mean, there's a lady called Kim who has been included in that squad as well. Yes, Wendell was saying that this team now is on a certain pedestal where you are primed to win it, and most times when teams are in a certain flow, you can see that they are close to winning it. And this is the opportunity, like Wendell said, the opportunity to stamp your authority and to make sure that you are good enough for, like you said, at the last WAFCON, first few matches probably unconvincing, but they grew into the tournament. This time, you are entering there as one of the favorites in the tournament, so it means that you have to hit the ground running. I think Kim Lass and Shante will be the ones who have the wand in this team. But like you're saying, like we've all been saying, it is time. And I really have not liked how we handle WAFCONs, in a sense that it's a stepping stone to the World Cup. I think that it is an achievable thing. It's a winnable thing. We, as one of the African greats, we have not won the WAFCON before. We should win it, and so that should be the aim at this tournament. We'll do it. Let's do a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll take you through the parts of
I mean, if Black Queens, wherever they finish, they are possible opponents, and then they are records when it comes to the World Cup. And then I'll ask my team whether the Black Queens, they stand a chance of qualifying. Let's do a quick turnaround. When we come back, the arena will continue. Please stay with us.
Esan se menti tu mamamra se na me pese mamamra be yerenti me di biara Ghana na me num biara so Ghana se ba no afa hye ne apuntuo biara se dia me di dem ho diara ne officer bites na huso dedi wo dia obehwie biara mu occasion biara ya mamra dedi wo mu no de e kire yensu e wo afa hye eye ni apuntuo ase de obetimi di officer bites asom wo hoho unumu a e koyo Officer Bites made in Ghana. So open a dudu to our first Stepos Enterprise ewa hometrum for iso. Officer Bites who ye guy. Officer Bites be a guy wate. Numna nyanse mu won tomba nipa wondi mfie du wotwe. En sasa apemfo ne abata wo man kodano for enumbie. Num ensan fan kaka. FDA aje dwede nkrato ya tum.
Your flight is ready to leave.
Sit back and relax and enjoy the flight.
Hi, welcome back to the arena here on WoezorTV. My name is Ekow Amoasi Appiah, and I'm in studio with Wonder Lamo and then Michael Gogo. Like I said, we still with the Black Queens. Will bring you their final squad that Kim last Bierkagren settled on for this particular tournament. But let's take you through the knockout path of the Black Queens. Like I said, they are in Group D alongside Cape Verde, Cameroon, and then Cape Verde. And so the guys, Mali, they are in Group D alongside Mali, Cape Verde, and then Cameroon, right? And so, I mean, as part of their path to the knockouts, just like how the Black Stars at the point they needed to, should we lose against Croatia or should we beat them, go and face Cameroon and all that? All these mathematics are in there, but I mean, we're in there. But I mean, as it stands now, they are yet to play their first game, which is against Cape Verde tomorrow. But then the winner and runners-up of Group D will advance to the quarterfinals, and that will be played on 9th and 10th of August. Now, the winner of Group D will face the runners-up in Group C, whereas the runners-up of Group D will face the winner of Group D, just like what we know. But then there is a problem, because if the Black Queens, they finish as runners-up, though there's a probability of they going to play against Nigeria, and you touched on, and Michael touched on, they've won it 10 times.
Yes.
So what should the priority be now? We simply top our group and then we will be good to go.
But you look at the history too, and it's not an easy feat, because in our games that we've played against Mali has always scored a goal. And recently, I mean, it was a closely fought out 1-1 draw. Right. Then they've won one. We've also won one. Then you go to Cameroon. In the last offing, they beat us 1-0. Mm-hmm. That was, I think, in 2018 or so. So it's quite hard,
Right.
but it's achievable. And when you look at how the tournament has begun, for a favorite as South Africa losing to Tanzania in the first game, it shows that same trend that we're seeing in the AFCON is rearing its head here. So we have to be very careful, because Cape Verde as a nation has put in a lot of investment in football, and not just
only on the men's side. Yeah.
They have a lot of good infrastructure for the women's side too, and that's why they've all of a sudden started qualifying to the WAFCON and made it over here to play in this tournament. So it shows that. And another interesting thing about this Cape Verde team is they've been able to convince people from the diaspora, especially Portuguese players, to come into that
So just
team.
like how they've done for their men's national team. Right.
So these people are experienced. They are not naive, as we all think they are. Even though they are first timers, there are some experienced heads in there who have played for very good European teams and can hurt you with their tactical discipline. So it's all up to Kim Lars going there, exerting themselves on the game early enough to prevent any form of frustration as the game goes on. If you're able to get there, pin Cape Verde to in their own box, create a lot of chances, rattle them early, then it becomes easy for us. But if we play on the back foot in the first 10 to 20 minutes, then we will find ourselves wanting, because Cape Verde will grow into the game. That will be more confidence for them. And a team that really has nothing to lose is a team that you should be really scared of.
Sure.
Because they are going to play without any form of pressure, as opposed to our girls who have a lot of pressure on them. Everybody has seen their performance. You were a semi-finalist. So we all expect that, give or take, you should make the semi-finals again. And that is one thing that the psychologists in the team should be working on at this point in time. Take the pressure off of them to allow them to play freely and express themselves and play to their strengths. And once we can do that, I think it's a done deal.
It will be good. I mean, good for us. But it is also very important to put it on record that the technical team have been improved. There are about 2 inclusions that have been made with this particular team currently now. But Mike, I mean, let's take some few steps back. You look at the game against Cape Verde.
Now we have the squad list,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sure. We'll get it very, very shortly. You look at these games.
So
so these are the goalkeepers, right? I mean, we have the goalkeepers on your screen. We have Ekow. We have Cynthia Findip. I mean, Findip, who has been their regular, and then we have
ladies.
and then we have
Osman Uzema.
Okay, so these are the goalkeepers for you on the screen. So these are the defenders. Apologies if we are not. I mean, okay, we have Abena, right?
Abena Anoma Opoku.
All right, and we have
Alex
T.
Okay, so this was the lady, the player that you spoke about, and then we have
Anastasia Cha,
right?
Benedict Simon. Wendell mentioned
Servette FC,
and then Comfort.
But if you talk about Comfort's often plays in the midfield role. But she's always, described as a defender.
She was a fullback, midfield. She stumbled on it because of how good she is defending.
And that's a player that has grown through the ranks.
Exactly, that is key. That's key. He's played for the Maidens, Princesses, and now with the Black Queens.
And then another of the more or less newcomers, Josephine Bonsu.
Right.
And then Portia Boache and Susan Amadria.
Right.
For the defenders.
So these are the defenders. Okay, so these are the midfielders and then wingers.
Chantel Boy Huroka and Evelyn Beidu. Grace Asantua, Prince Ledubia, Jennifer Kuju, Princess Marfo, Stella Nyameche, Alice Kusi, Linda Oswansa, Wasima Mohammed and Sharon Samson.
Yeah, that is the U20's head coach's daughter. That's Charles Samson's daughter for you, but she's a very, very good player. Okay, so these are our attackers for this particular tournament.
Abi Kim. Ajepina Zakaria, and then Doris Bodua,
who we expect to have a very good tournament because she's the one that we are looking at to bring us the goals.
Exactly.
And if she has a very good tournament, it becomes a good tournament for the Black Queens as well.
Those were the squad, the final list that Kim Lasbuko Green submitted to CAF. But Mike, I was going to ask you a few steps back. If you look at this game, are these games winnable?
Oh yes, they are. I mean, we've all accepted the fact that this team is now in a certain space where they are on top of their game, and so every game is winnable. And I like what Wendo also said.
Yeah.
This time we are entering into. I think the last WAFCON we entered into the tournament. And maybe people knew about the name Ghana and that we're a good footballing nation, but people didn't know about this team. This time, everybody knows what this team is
capable of.
He knows what the team is capable of. He knows a few of our star players who can hurt you at any time. And so the pressure will be on us. We are entering this tournament with far more pressure than the previous tournament. But like Wendell said, psychology should do their job. The girls themselves, as professionals, should be able to stay in a certain headspace where nothing actually affects them. But yes, this team can go all the way. I'm really sure about that. But like I said, your group games are crucial. As much as possible, you want to avoid the tougher fixtures first because that helps you go further in the tournament. So win the group and then you can sail through. But then again, like you are saying, we are in an era where football, the gap is becoming lesser and lesser. And I watched the head coach in a press conference, and she exudes so much confidence.
She was very confident.
You can see that she has the tools that she would need to beat us in the hands, and she's so confident that if the plan goes right, they could beat us.
I mean, I've watched football and I've come to understand that, like what Neil said, if you are playing against a side that they have nothing to lose, they just come all gun blazing just to, frustrate you to get a win. We'll run you through some of the past record, or how Black Queens performance has been in the World Cup. But before I do that, let me say, talking about footballers, there is one of I'll say my big brother, more of like an extended family. He's watching us. He's called Egan, and he's watching us all the way from patch number 2. And those days when we were growing up from the village, when we are talking about talent and football, it's just unfortunate that he didn't end up playing football. I mean, Egan was something else. So skill, it's raw talent. Skillful in anything. Hardly can you pinpoint something has gone wrong even when we are training, when we are playing for fun. And he's now a teacher. So Brian, good evening. Thank you very much for doing the watching. It's always a pleasure.
Brian, you can also venture into nurturing future Black Stars players.
I mean, he's a teacher, so I'm sure
for someone who is a teacher and how good we are saying he is, he should look into coaching of younger teams and all that. I think
if my memory serves me right, I think he captained the school team, became the villages, it was community, and I think team he was a captain or something. That was but Egan was something else. So Brian, thank you very much for doing the watching. But guys, let's touch on this briefly, and then we can touch on the Commonwealth Games as well. And then, like we said, we'll activate the phone lines very shortly whilst we run you through the current updates coming from Glasgow. And if you care to know, the Black Queens passed World Cup records. In 91 there was no qualification for them, 95 no qualification, in 1999 they made their first appearance, and interestingly they played 3 games, 0 win, 1 draw, 2 losses. They scored just a goal and conceded 10 goals, and they finished the 13th position. In 2003, they made the appearance. They won 1 goal. They won 1 game, 0 draw, and then lost 2. And they scored just 2 goals, and then just scored 5 goals. And in 2007. 2007, 3 games, 0 wins, 0 draw, 3 losses, 3 goals scored, and 15 goals conceded. In 2011, no qualification. 2015, no qualification. 2019, no qualification. 2023, no qualification. And 2027, this is another chance for the Black Queens. Well, Michael believes that if you look at their group games, these games are winnable games. We don't know how the knockout phase, the knockout games are going to be like. But if you have not been to the World Cup in the last 4 editions, this is a perfect chance for you to go there, looking at the quality that you have in your sleeve, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, we have been sleeping giants for quite a very long time, and at this moment, it looks like the giants are weak, and it just shows in how we are able to get talent from the diaspora to come play for us, and they willingly come. You see their demeanor in the camp, and it shows people or players that are happy to be here, how they adopt our culture. You have some of them trying to speak the language. They even go back to their clubs and take those things, cultural things that they learned over there and all. It shows how happy they are to be in this setup, and you only get that when your team is thriving. Yeah. And there has not been any better time for us to get ourselves back to the World Cup than this. And even at the World Cup, we are primed to beat certain teams, because you look at our performance in Dubai, and these are the same teams that will be coming to the World Cup as well. So it shows that we are not just ready to take the WAFCON by storm.
Right.
We are ready to take the World Cup too by storm. And if we set our minds to win this World Cup, we have the tools it takes, we have the tactics, we have the intelligence and the discipline to be able to do it.
Right.
Well, for information, Zambia have just trashed Egypt about 6-4 to name Banda. Scored 4 goals.
Banda is something else.
So that's what we have to deal with. I think coming up. But like Wendell was saying, it's a beautiful opportunity to lift the name of our women's football in a certain dimension. I'm very, very, very optimistic that we can do it this time. Of course, our sport is anything can happen, but I think that one thing that works for every group is a sense of togetherness, and that should flow straight forward from the coach that goes down to the backroom staff to everybody. And when you watch and you listen to them, it's there. It's beautiful. I like how they relate to each other. It's just about focusing on the game and then winning the game. So it's going to be tough. No one says it's going to be easy. No one is saying that they have to earn it on a silver platter, but I think they have what it takes to do it.
Great. And so the guys believe that the Black Queens, they have what it takes to book a place in the 2027 Women's World Cup that will be staged in Brazil. Now let's do some athletics, but whilst we focus on athletics, because we have plus or minus 10 minutes to bring the show to an end. This was our first appearance after the World Cup. But remember, next week we'll be in here to bring you to spend all the 1 hour and 30 minutes. But plus or minus, we have some few minutes in here. And we're going to spend the rest of the time talking about athletics. But right about now, you can call us and talk to us what you've made of the Black Queens and the Team Ghana currently. They are in Glasgow. And so far, how many medals? 2.
2, yeah. 2
and
medals.
Today is day 5.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah.
Great.
Someone has 68 medals now.
Yeah.
Day 5.
See, you... Charlie, people are serious.
My brother. 72.
I see. And that is Canada, am I right?
Australia.
That is Australia, yes. Right. And if you care to know, Ghana, we had our first medal, or we won our first medal yesterday, which came from the para
shot put.
shot put.
Yeah.
And that is Zinabu Issa. Right? And he won the country's first medal at the 2026 Commonwealth Games. He won the silver medal shot put, that is F7, F5-7 final. Yeah. Now, she recorded a season best throw, 8.65 meters to finish second to secure Team Ghana's first medal at the championship. Boxing is ongoing. Boxing is there. We are guaranteed a medal in boxing at the moment because of Mohammed Amadou Mohammed booking a place in the semis.
Yeah. Yes.
Right. That is this afternoon. Yeah. So if you talk about Abeku Jackson as well. Sorry, Abeku Jackson in swimming also.
He's in the final.
He's in the final. Unfortunately, Azamati and then Rashid, they were not able to. They all ran at their best yesterday, but then the hope was that they were able to go and then grab a medal. But unfortunately,
I think there was an anxious wait for Azamati.
Okay,
I think
he placed third.
He placed third. But as for Saminu is over. But for now, Azamati will have to patiently wait and
for the
see.
semifinal to be over to see whether someone beats his time.
So that was in Athletics. But you talk about, we've touched on Abeku Jackson as well. Yes. But unfortunately, Abeku Jackson alongside one of the swimmers, Abeku Jackson was able to, that is a Uniles Techi, couldn't qualify, so she's out at the moment. But then Abeku Jackson in the swimming category has been able to make it to the next round.
But it's worth saying that Abeku has been to this tournament since I think it was 16 or 17.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
He's now of age, so I think it's only right that he's in the final.
Yeah, exactly. But my surprise is that, guys, boxing, all are both male and female. The first day, second day, all of them got crashed out until today that we had Amadou Mohammed being guaranteed of a medal. Whilst we run you through all these things, the updates coming in, you can call us. But Mike, let me begin with you. Yeah. What do you think has been the cause of all this? Because, I mean, for a country to grab its first medal through the para discipline, even before that, we've seen our boxers go into the ring and they couldn't even put up a very good performance. And then swimming, Abeku Jackson is in there. Athletics, Saminu, and then Saminu and then Azamati, and they all of them clocked their personal bets, and none. And as it stands, just 2 medals. Day 5, and you mentioned Australia is somewhere around 72.
Well, I mean, we had a very beautiful discussion about
Okay, so Mike, not to interrupt, the news coming in is that Azamati has qualified.
He has qualified, yes.
To the finals.
He goes with the semi.
Okay.
Of Cameroon and Ajayi.
Right. Okay, so let's wait and see for now. So if he's able to, let's just hope that he can get the country and get all of us a medal. Because once he's qualified, then it means that there's a medal to challenge for. So congratulations to Benjamin Azamati for qualifying to. Okay, so Mike, please permit me. Let's talk to this first caller. Hi, good evening, and welcome to the arena here on WoezorTV.
Good evening. My name is Yao.
Okay, Yao, please talk to us.
All right, please. All right, what I think about the Black Queens is with the new coach, they're performing better than the previous one. With the new coach, I think we're going to do something this year. So I'm supporting the new coach.
Thank you very much for calling us here on the arena. Please, when you call us, do turn down the volume on your set, and then you can hear us. So you can call us and then contribute to our discussion here on the arena here on WoezorTV. Mike, you're making a point when a caller came through.
We had a very beautiful discussion about what could be the reason that our athletes are not really pulling out. I think several factors. In fact, some are not motivated enough. They've said it. They spoke to the sports minister on Sunday and they made their feelings clear. There are some who have not been training enough for whatever reason there will be, because of course logistics is a main problem for most of them. We spoke about how training regimes and dietary regimes are
Mike,
at least
let's do it. Hi, good evening, welcome to Arena here on WoezorTV. Hello.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, please tell us your name and where you're calling us from.
Also, my name is Sir Jeff. I'm calling from Esikuma.
All right, Sir Jeff, please talk to us.
Okay, so with the new coach, I think with that for the Black Queens, and when you compare the previous performances with to this current one, you obviously say that I think there is an improvement. So I think kudos to the new coach, and I think to the team and the technical and the tactical as well. There are things that I know they are putting on so that the Black Queens can come back to the Black Queens we used to know. So kudos to the technical team and then that of the new coach. So we hope for the best too. We hope for the best too. Thank you.
Thank you very much for joining our conversation here on the arena here on WoezorTV. Mike.
Well, so just in as Azamati has missed out on a medal, he placed 7th in 100 meters final. So that's a race that was just run. So like we're saying before that, I mean, dietary regimes, training regimes. Some of these athletes are of course we spoke about Azamati, who has had experience with other top athletes and their coaches, and what could be the reason, and it could be that it's not full time. We try to sympathize with the athletes and how much they are doing their best. I can tell you they are doing their best, but and then we spoke about the recent trends in quality, especially in what we train our athletes to do, and it's all evidence in what is happening in other countries, and so it's quite a problem, because we also saw that even in long distance races now the Europeans are up there with us, and as much as we'll take another call.
Hi, good evening, welcome to the arena here on WoezorTV. Hello. Hi, please, what's your name and where are you calling us from? Sir? Hello, can you please hear me?
Hello. Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
I'm calling from Upper West.
Okay, please tell us your name.
Upper West.
Right. Please go ahead.
Good evening, how are you? I'm calling from Upper West.
Yes, I can hear you.
I want to contribute. Most of us like the women's football, but I don't know why you're not showing the ball on the telly. Either Weezer or TV Sports, we are not been seeing there, because we want to watch the kind of black card and things. So please, we try to show us so that we watch.
All right. Thank you very much for your concern. We'll definitely try as much as possible to get the feed as and when we get it, and if possible, definitely we'll make it. We'll let you know if we will be able to bring you the live again. So, Mike, can you wrap it up for me?
I mean, it's several factors, and I think there are several people and several institutions, including the athletes themselves, who need to step up in a certain way to help ourselves. Until then, it's going to be the same story back and forth. I told you guys that it's becoming quite recurrent every time we speak about certain issues. But I think the athletes themselves, their management, the GOC, in some ways the government, we have to find a way to bring the best out of these athletes. We saw brilliant athletes at the All African Games recently. How are we transitioning them into professional athletes to get the results for us? It's a huge question.
We'll have more time to talk about that. Like I said today, we are very, very limited press for time already. But one of 2 medals after day 5, should we be content, or that's our standard, and so there's no need to complain?
Yes, that's actually our standard, and there's really no need to complain. But the thing is, we are not prioritizing. We've moved away from prioritization to trying our hands on every sport available. And
if you say, if you say prioritization,
what I mean by that?
Please, let me talk to this caller. Yeah. Hi, good evening. Welcome to the arena here on WoezorTV.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Please tell us your name and where you're calling us from.
I'm Frank. Calling from
can you please reposition yourself a bit?
Okay. Can you hear me now, please?
Yes, please go ahead.
It's Egan.
Okay.
Calling from Turkey number 2. I first commend your team and the great work we are doing. Just as we said, and we are coming to the what of what back.
Yeah.
Just as the previous caller, we commend the technical team of the Black Queen. But one thing I would say, for the team from Kingston, we should never judge from what the men's team did and what Cup and estimate him hurt anything from in everything. Well.
Thank you. Just unfortunate. It's unfortunate that his line. Reagan, thank you for the call. I mean, I was not expecting this, but Reagan, I when you call him bra, he's older than me too. He's my big brother, wow, senior brother, but he doesn't want me to. He doesn't want me to call him bra. But Reagan, thank you. Yeah, Wonder, you were making a point.
So as I was saying,
so I mean, let's kindly end the call, please, and then let's do a wrap, and we'll take the final thoughts from the guys, and we can call it the show.
Yeah, so as I was saying, we've moved away from prioritizing to trying our hands on every other sport because now the model has changed. You know, now we have a lot of people flying to the US to go do sports as on scholarships and all that. So some people come up with the likes of swimming and all that. But I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Right. It's a good thing. But normally, what normally gives us medals in these games is the likes of boxing, the running and all that. I don't think of late we've been doing too well with our boxing.
Right.
We've taken some step off of it. And you look at the para teams too, who normally gets us medals whenever they go for any international competitions. They are the guys who should be putting a lot of our attention on, because at a point in time, you cannot give everybody the same attention or everybody the same exposure. Sure. It has to come down to who is best positioned to give us medals. Right. And if we want to go to these tournaments to try and get medals, then we have to say these people normally do it. When they go, they have a higher chance. So then we position them or we platform them to be able to go for that. Right. Boxing, we should start having a lot of boxing tournaments to like how we do Justify. Yeah. We should be doing a similar thing to know who Ghana's number one is in terms of all the various heavyweights, welterweights, whatever. So when it's time for Olympics,
we know which categories and which divisions that we are taking
and who is available. Yeah. Then it's easy. Once you are putting, and Ghanaians have shown that if you're able to brand the sport very well, they will show up. Because you look at the boxing tournaments that Sharaf has been organizing of late, and it started catching a lot of traction. Yeah. A lot of young people were buying tickets to go watch and all that. So it just shows that the sports that we are calling dead, it's not really dead. It's just us not paying more attention to it. And these are things where in the past we've been doing so well with.
But final question to you, I'll ask Michael the same question. Do you think it can get better at the end of the competition? Two medals so far. You think we can get more, or you think, listen, whatever happens, it doesn't matter?
If we get more, hallelujah. But if we don't, we've done well. 2 medals at least. We normally go for some of these things and don't get any medal at all. So no, it happened in the Olympics. Yeah, we didn't get any medal. So if
the fact, we didn't get any medals at the Olympics. Now we have 2 here.
So
are we saying that
it's a step in the right direction, and it can get better from here. So that's good.
Mike.
Well, let me just also announce that Abeku Jackson has also missed out on a swimming final. He posted a time of 24 0.03 seconds, which is a national record.
Yeah.
But he missed out on the final as well. So, like Wendell said, I mean, it could only.
So it looks like now the only person that he left had to do with Azamati.
No, Azamati is also done.
He's also done, and he didn't make it.
He didn't make it, but
he was 7th in the final.
There's this other lady who is
I think Rose
on the Rose Yeboah on the high jump, so she still has a chance.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like Wendell said, it only gets better from here. I mean, we've listed a whole lot of things. It's all about investment and what returns you get from the investment.
I think next week, despite whatever happens, I think we need to come back and do a proper review. And then going forward, what do we need to do to get more medals?
Yeah, but I mean, so investment, and when I say investment, not monetary, there are lots of things that go into building athletes into wherever they reach to. We have to invest more, and those investments will certainly reap rewards. But until then, we will show up when we can with our widow's mites, win 1 or 2 medals, and then we pack up and come back home.
Great. So the best of luck to the rest of the athletes, and the best of luck to Team Ghana. Hopefully, by the time that the competition comes to an end, there will be more medals, more than 2 at least. And so thank you very much for being part of our program tonight. We didn't get our 1 hour and 30 minutes, but we've made the best out of the time that we had on our console. Thank you very much once again for being part of our program. This has been The Arena here on WoezorTV. My name has been Samuel Appiah, and I did this together with Wendell. Wendell, thank you very much, Charlie.
Always a pleasure.
We'll be back on Tuesday, same as Michael. Thank you very much for coming around. So, God willing, next week we'll meet from 7 p.m. To 8:30. But also, do remember to support the Black Queens, because the Black Queens open their WAFCON campaign against Cape Verde tomorrow at 5 p.m. So make time to watch the ladies and then do well to support them. Remember, there will be a rebroadcast of the show on Thursday at 10 a.m. But before we go, let me give this quick shout out to Cleopatra Nkrumah. Yes, Charlie, Cleo.
Cleopatra.
Anyway, Rose Yeboah has also missed out of a medal because she missed all 3 jumps at a 1.87 meter stage. So
this night today has been Mrs. Nkwa. Mrs. upon Mrs. Anyway, Cleopatra Nkrumah, I call it Cleo, wherever you are, good evening. Take care. I know maybe you are somewhere around Winneba College of Education, right? Yeah. University of Education, yes, around Winneba. So take care. Hopefully I'll get to talk to you tomorrow. So thank you very much. Until then, we'll be back on your screens again. But big thank you to you, our audience. Thank you to Nii. Thank you to Frank. Thank you to Clearnam as well, and the rest of the technical guys. Thank you very much to Koko from Pon as well for always leading us. And so we'll see you again. But until then, take care, stay blessed, and enjoy the rest of the week.